One of the quickest ways to get a no from a venture capital investor if you're a startup looking to raise money is by creating artificial time pressure. My name is Matan Hazanov. I've been in the venture capital business for over 10 years, seen thousands of startups pitching to us looking to raise money, invested in over 50, and helped companies get to 9-figure valuations. Sleazy sales tactics won't work in getting a credible and experienced venture capital investor to invest in your business. So why do I call it artificial? You're running out of money and you need an investor to make a decision quickly. Artificial in this context means that you don't have a signed term sheet. I don't care if you have plenty of investors writing in an email or saying they're interested and they're committed. If you don't have a signed term sheet, you don't have anything. Understand this before you do anything else. Artificial means it doesn't exist. And the first thing I ask if an entrepreneur is telling us that they have a lot of interest is, do you have a signed term sheet? If the answer is no, you may as well not mention the interest at all. And my immediate response to an entrepreneur who has created artificial time pressure is to say, sorry, we need several weeks to complete our diligence and therefore we can't invest in your business. Goodbye and good luck. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, the entrepreneur comes back to us and says, hey, we like you so much, we're actually willing to give you all the time you need in the world to make a decision. Right. So why create the artificial time pressure in the first place? I've asked a few entrepreneurs why they do this, and the response is usually that VCs take an inordinate amount of time to make an investment decision, and they're trying to speed up the process because they're running out of cash. I understand. That makes a lot of sense, and I sympathize with that perspective. But a VC investor needs the time to do their diligence. And if you have no external pressure that forces them to make a decision, then they're not going to shortcut whatever diligence and research they have to do to be comfortable with investing in your business. You're often asking for someone to make a multi-million-dollar investment in your company, and that doesn't happen over a week. That takes weeks of diligence and crafting the right legal documents and getting comfortable with you as an entrepreneur. And that's unavoidable. And the only thing you do by trying to create artificial time pressure is lose credibility. This kind of sales tactic may work in other high-pressure sales environments like selling an appliance, but it won't work when you're asking someone to make a large investment in your business, where more often than not, the VC on the other end of it is staking their reputation on this investment. Because you may believe that a venture firm makes many tens of investments in a fund. That's true in a lot of cases, but a single VC, an associate, or even a partner at a firm is only making a few of those investments. So their reputation is going to be staked quite a lot on your business and on the investment decision you're asking them to make. So what you have to do is give yourself enough time to raise capital. You need at least 6 to 9 months from A to Z to raise the money and close the deal. And today it can even take longer given the challenging venture capital environment we're in today. And the only time you should be creating any sort of time pressure is when you actually have a signed term sheet from another credible VC, because that's real. You can tell the investors you're approaching and say, I actually have a term sheet here and it expires, so I need you to make a decision. You got to tell me if you're in or out, if you're interested, if you plan to give me a term sheet or not. And that most investors will understand, and then maybe they'll work quicker or decide to join that term sheet. But at least that's something real. They actually have something to work with. They understand that there's real interest there. And that can actually play in your favor because it shows that you're wanted, that someone wants to invest in you. So that's good. And I think that that's a good strategy and tactic in order to generate interest in your company. But if you don't have that signed term sheet, don't utilize this sales tactic because it will backfire most of the time. And if it doesn't, you have to question whether or not the VC on the other end of the table knows what they're doing. That is it for today. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Matan Hazanov. I talk about venture capital, startups, technology, and investing. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel. And if you liked this video, leave a like and let me know what you think about this content in the comments down below.